Hey everybody, clearing. I peeled myself out of the onesie. I thought about going until the end of the year, but I just couldn't bear it. Anyways, okay, here we go with Divine Feminines. What's coming up for Divine Feminines at this time? We get, there's something changing with the sexuality. This is a very sexual card. I know some people wonder why I talk about sexuality so much. This is our intimate relationships. That is a huge component of these. And specifically the Knight of Wands is the sexual one-night stand, player energy, hot and cold ghosting, lust. I call it the Garden of Eden card. It's in the reverse. And the Sun, which is enlightenment about something, is also here in the reverse. So to me, this is like a changeover. There's something going on with Divine Feminines right now that there's an up-leveling. Not all the bits of the puzzle are seen, but there seems to be not waiting anymore, not engaging with the hot and cold ghosting, not needing to know how it's going to be, but taking the autonomy into Divine Feminine's own hands and not being harmed emotionally, not voting with emotional instability, taking the Divine Feminine's power back from these kinds of things, getting back on the horse and riding, but not just willy-nilly. This is a very interesting energy. So Divine Feminines are neither hot nor cold. Because of this tempering process of being in these connections with the different cycles, Divine Feminines are balancing out and truly taking their own sexuality into their own hands. It's no longer going through the control or the permission or the acceptance or not of the masculine. So for many, they are not waiting any longer, even for their twin. They are opening up to having experiences autonomously and not binding into waiting. So let's see what we can energetically for the Knight of Wands. For the Divine Feminines, light body activator, forward motion, empowerment, exactly. No more sitting and waiting, stagnating. And the Sun card, what can we see for the Sun card? We are getting dimensional planes of perception number 2, portals, possibilities, and options. So for many Divine Feminines, there has not been a consideration of opening up to other options. This is the dawning of a new day where Divine Feminines are seeing that they can't screw up their twin union, that there is no reason to wait for someone that is not ready, willing, able to come forward for whatever reason. So Divine Feminines are healing to the degree that they're saying, why would I need to wait? If something this good or better comes along, why would I need to miss out on that if my person is not coming forward? That's beautiful, Divine Feminines. That moves the energy. What would the Divine Feminines say to their Divine Masculines at this time? Something fell through my table. That was it. Okay, definitely love me. They're having a tower moment. Divine Feminines would say to you, Divine Masculines, they're loving themselves enough to radically rethink this whole waiting game thing. Feminines are notorious for being able to hold space and wait indefinitely. But now they are saying they love themselves enough not to wait. They do want a fresh start with you, but that is kind of fading, Divine Masculines. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. So the Divine Feminines are picking themselves up after being hurt and not so sure that it's with the Divine Masculine that they want a fresh start. I just dream and wish for everything and then light. So Divine Feminines want certain things in their lives that feel like living fully. They don't know how that's coming. Light in the reverse, like the Sun in the reverse, They are opening up to it, coming in ways that may not be expected. Beautiful. Divine Feminines, that is tentative, gorgeous energy. That is on the right track. Okay, let's get into a daily Divine Counterpart reading through the lens of the Divine Feminine. So what are the Divine Feminines thinking of the connections? What are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for these connections? What are they doing that is going to bring them closer to a connection like this? What is the biggest challenge? Spirit guided solution for that challenge. And what can the Divine Masculines know regarding how this is affecting their lives at this time? Ooh, we get the Sun in the reverse as well on the first split. Interesting. 555, I just saw. So major changes coming in. This is forward motion. I'm feeling there is not so much scarcity in the feminine collective. Okay, conscious mind for these connections. Ace of Swords in the reverse and purpose. I know what I'm here to do. So they know what they are here to do, but they are not understanding or knowing fully how this relationship plays into it. Divine Feminines are very curious about this connection having had an impact on their life, the direction of their life, but at the same time, they're going to focus on their purpose because they don't know what your truth is, Divine Masculine. So this is about kindness. This is not expectations so much, but I wouldn't blame them if they did, kind of thing. This is the kindness of self and others. So Divine Masculines, you are possibly between a rock and a hard place, knowing that you're not ready to come forward, and yet your Divine Feminine is starting to feel like not wanting to wait and just really getting on with their own life. So your self-love is going to have to determine moment by moment the timing. And that is what this process is for the Divine Masculines. Calling the shots on the timing for your own life without that pressure, because your feminine is taking even more pressure off by going in a different direction. They may find someone else, Divine Masculines. So yeah, you are feeling like having that kindness says it's all the way it's meant to be. This is where everybody sort of says in divine timing, God willing kind of energy. Yeah, so what are the Divine Feminines thinking about their Divine Counterpart at this time? Queen of Swords in the reverse, and I know there is no greater goal than love, than to love, success. So Queen of Swords is the bitchy energy when it's in the reverse. It's short-sighted, it is frustrated, and success. So loving self, loving other. Divine Feminines are walking that line. So they are kind of cutting out the need to know what Divine Counterparts are up to right now. Divine Feminines are wanting success with or without their counterpart. And unconditional love says if counterpart isn't willing, then they've got to continue on their road of success. Divine Masculines, you are going through this inner turmoil. Mini dark night of the soul, ego death. This card, 10 of Swords, has been coming up for the last few days. This is a beautiful thing because it does reduce to you finding your truth in these connections, finding your truth regarding where you want to fit in with your counterpart. But your Divine Feminine has really let go of needing you to do that for their sake. And so it's going to be completely your free will. And that is what we want to see. So take this time, Divine Masculines, to really come to your own truth. Your Divine Feminine has cut you out energetically to the best of their ability because they ultimately want success for everyone. There is a little bit of a knowing from the Divine Feminine side that if they remove their energy and not sweat it, that you will get past this faster. So they do kind of know that it's not over. But Divine Masculines, you might be feeling like you're in the death throes with this connection right now. Take heart, but also just know your Divine Feminine has free will, and they will not stay stagnant, waiting unreasonably. Divine feminines are very good at reading the energetic potentials and moving on when they get the cues to do so. Holding space, but also living life. Okay, what are the feminines feeling on the heart space? Six of Cups, Lord of Pleasure and Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So divine feminines are pleasure beings. Divine feminines are designed to experience ecstatic bliss, and they know this. They are becoming more and more honest with themselves. They have experienced that with you, divine masculines, but they don't want to damage themselves by waiting for something, following a pipe dream, going on memory, hanging on forever to what was. They want to let go. They want to find new peak experiences, new experiences in life, and they're not going to hang on just because something was pleasurable. So I expect the truth from others, but I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So they know that you feel the pleasure here too, but for whatever reason you're not accessing it, and so they are not wanting to stay in this checkmate any longer. Divine masculines, you might start to see your divine feminine. I just heard living the vida loca. You might think that that's what's going on, but they're really just tuning into their honest pleasure. And so you might see that they are high vibing and fine without you. That does not mean they don't prefer you to be there, divine masculines. But they're not going to wait for you if you're just really not feeling it at this time, or not being honest with yourself about this connection. So the divine feminines feel like you are not being honest with yourself about the connection. That is just their opinion. That may not be the case. You might be very brutally honest with yourself about this connection, but have other priorities that you need to sort through. So stay the course, do what you will, divine masculines. But just know that your feminine is not rejecting you by living their life. Even those shadow fears can play some pretty big tricks. This is a card of potential communication as well. This is internet spying, internet communication, texting. It's kind of small messages. So there might be some stubbornness with this sword pointing outside of the connection. Divine masculines, you might be trying to withhold communication right now. Your divine feminine feels the tension, feels like there is something that you could say. So I actually want to pull a support for the divine masculines that are watching regarding online spying and not communicating. This honesty piece. Discernment, discipline, and order. Yeah, so it seems like you're getting your life in order in some way, divine masculines, and that you will know when it's time to communicate from a good place. Feminines, what do you need to know about your divine masculine not communicating or whatnot here? Light, wholeness, warmth, and well-being, golden seed. So just know that this is part of the process, divine feminines. Everything is good. Just don't let yourself down. Go in whatever direction you want to. 1333. But don't betray your higher knowing in these scenarios. So don't do anything out of rebellion, divine feminines, and you can't go wrong. What can we see for the divine feminine's heart space for their masculines? The Chariot and adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn in the reverse, and Lord of the Triumph of Light in the reverse. So divine feminines are feeling like this is a too bad energy, like it's a missed opportunity. They're feeling disheartened, divine masculines, that whatever has transpired has just completely taken the air out of the tires. I just heard. It's a very strange message for some, I guess. But yeah, divine feminines are feeling like this thing can't go forward right now because there's some adversity. So I'm getting a bit of the serenity prayer. Divine feminines know you're going through something, divine masculines, and that they just can't help you at this time. Divine masculines, it's all about self-love. So yeah, you may not have enough to give genuinely to your feminine, and that kind of honesty has a lot of integrity in it. So this is a time of self-love and really being clear on what makes you happy. I'm sensing for divine masculines, you're needing to choose between what you think is right, what you've been imprinted with, and what your heart is telling you, that there is an impasse. There's something about code of conduct that you feel you need to adhere to. You don't. But if it's just energy drain and you simply don't have that frequency to share with your feminine, then self-love, self-love, self-love. Divine feminines are learning they can't mom you into any kind of a change. You have to do it on your own. It comes from you, within you. You have to do it. They're willing to wait for that, but not wait for you. They're rooting you on, divine masculines, but they're learning that it's not up to them to do it for you. What is it that the feminines are wishing in the connection? Queen of Cups in the reverse, Queen of the Thrones of Water. So this is the deep intuitive growth spurt and blame. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. So divine feminines are really pulling on all of their intuitive skills right now to unhook from projecting on you that whatever you're going through right now, divine masculine, is their fault or can be helped by them. They're really hands off at this time and seeking this higher wisdom on how to look at the scenario so they don't blame you or make you the bad guy or project. What do the masculines need to know? This is humbling. Your divine feminine, this is divine wisdom speaking, is the only person that loves you this much. Let that humble you, that they are truly the most stable, beautiful, whole person that you have ever had in your life, and they will love you unconditionally more than any other person. And so divine masculines, take that deeply to heart. Let that calm the beast within you, that your feminine actually is made of love and created to love you. Let that sink in, divine masculines. That's so beautiful. Divine feminines, just know that. Just hold that in your heart, that you are a being of love and that it's not up to you to do anything that your masculine has to go through for them. What are the feminine's actions at this time? King of Wands, Prince of the Chariot of Fire, and Judgment. I understand that everyone has their unique path and challenges. So yeah, divine feminines, your actions right now are totally hands off and allowing your divine counterpart to go through the motions of whatever the heck it is that they need to do right now. Here's the Emperor in the reverse. So the divine masculine message here, divine masculines, is to let go of control issues and let your spiritual journey have its way with you. Let the process sharpen you, support you, create this inner knowing in you. Go through whatever it is you need to go through so you can come out the other side the best version. Divine masculines, your feminines know that that is for you alone to do. I'm staring right at Spine of Fire, which is true self, passion, motivation, and purpose. That's an inside job. I'm really being shown that that is, you know, see how stable and secure that looks, like this Emperor tree here. The eclipse on this card is also your own inner feminine energy, your self-soothing divine masculines, learning to control temper, anger, frustration, to really not be a victim, to learn how to manage your emotions so you're not volatile and spastastic even. So we have seen I've seen imagery of masculines punching things, crying, frustrated, really throwing a temper tantrum to control energy. But this is a letting go of control and not having to have those outbursts, but to just embrace yourself, accept yourself, nurture and soothe yourself. So there is a self-soothing happening for the divine masculines, that the feminines can't mom them anymore and nurture them. That can be karmic if the masculine seeks that from the feminine, and so there is an inside soothing happening here. Good job, divine feminines, for taking your hands off the wheel with that, because the masculines do need to fully come into that in their own right so that they are unstoppable in their lives. What is the biggest challenge for the feminine? Non-action. High Priestess. Go figure. balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So exactly, we just got the action that the feminines got the card Judgment, and here's the balance that the feminines are challenged to have, to not judge the masculines for what they are doing right now, for not projecting on them, for having mercy, humility, compassion, and taking this balance to heart in their own right. So not judging the masculine, that's the biggest challenge right now. And divine masculines, yes, it's burdensome, but you've got this. This is a path of mastery. That's why we have to go through so much of this. But you've got the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So it is coming to the end here. It's going to reduce into purpose, into truth, into freedom. You've got this. Don't feel abandoned by your feminine. Do not feel at odds by them. They are not the bad guy either, divine masculines. But this is the challenge for the divine feminines, is to not take action and to just allow this perfect harmony in the feminine's own life. So not lowering their own vibe to meet you down there in this time of turmoil, but to keep their own vibe high and not judge themselves for abandoning. What is the success, the solution? Knight of Wands in the upright. This is passion in the feminine's own right, going forward and change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, and so yes, not in waiting energy anymore. Divine feminines moving forward, and divine masculines, this is bringing in victory across the board. So this is everybody taking their own happiness into their own hands and really getting down to it. Feminines taking more action, divine masculines self-soothing on a deeper level. What is the direction of the connection in the near future? Princess of Cups and freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Exactly. This is the sweetness, moment to moment sweetness. The Page of Cups, Princess of Cups, is a case by case knowing. Divine masculines, this is hermit mode for you, but in the reverse like this, it's either that you need to go into hermit mode and really look at a higher purpose, a destined path, your past actions. It's life review kind of energy, but this can also mean coming out of hermit mode and having more constitution, capacity, seeing yourself as not needing to be in this turtle shell, but being able to stride with life and be more in flow, not so rocked by a change. So there's something about surfing the changes here that the feminine and masculine are establishing a new balance, a new harmony with. Let's get one last card for the viewer. What can we see? We get deep cellular healing, Arcturian energy, and physical emotional healing. So yes, divine feminines are healing by letting go. Divine masculines are healing by self-soothing and star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So everybody is in this deep cosmic meditation right now, gaining instruction on how to navigate the foibles, challenges of life as whole sovereign beings. Beautiful stuff. Many blessings. Bye for now.